Okay. Well, we are now live, Radu, but well, just waiting for some people to start, and there's 5 minutes more to 10, and then go start.
Okay. Karsten.
Yes.
Why don't you say anything about your games in September? I thought this was the idea, to start communicating them.
And now it's in October, huh, Radu?
October, November, whatever, but yeah, you're right. I think you need to say, because maybe there'll be people interested in this, even from Romania. So.
Yeah, I will say, yeah. I will say.
Okay.
In the first day, we can do the games, right? now this is the way to do it. In the first date, we can do it.
Correct, exactly.
Okay. No, but in October it should be fine. I mean, it's here we have got a rate of 65% now, which are vaccinated, so it looks good.
UK announced that 21st of June, they will return to normal totally. Absolutely. No distances, no mask, nothing. 21st of June. Let's see.
But perhaps all the Mexicans want to come to Belgium when it's cold, huh? In the end of October.
Yes, why not? Yeah.
We all love
Wow, it's a difference.
Yeah.
It's harvesting the wine.
Yeah, that's nice. That's the time when the first wine pops up. Yeah, that's this is a wine area actually, so we have a lot of wine from the Mosel.
And also because it's Germany, it's Oktoberfest in October.
Yeah, but yeah, they canceled this again. But that would be an idea to have something like the Oktoberfest. Yeah, that we could do.
Or do ourselves instead of the party, the Oktoberfest thing, which would be nice. People will
I've
come.
got my leather trousers. I've got my leather trousers. So
That'll be brilliant. You have to put it on now to advertise, so people come. The Spielhosen, as you call them. Good.
But I've got the shirt which goes with it, but I'm not going to dress down now.
Good.
In which date are your games, Radu?
My games are between 1st and 3rd October. 1 to 3 October. You coming?
Yeah.
Come to Bucharest.
Oh, I love to, but I don't know what happens from now to October. It's difficult to say.
No, it's very clear. For me, it's clear. You'll see.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'm sure, because you'll see. It will disappear quite like that. Unbelievable as it appeared.
I hope so.
It's crazy, but this is how it looks to me. Just to be vaccinated, that's the only thing, to have the vaccine. If you have
I got my first shot today.
Oh, brilliant. Good.
Yeah,
so after you have the second.
Just finish this meeting and then I go to get my first shot of it.
Very good.
the Pfizer one is a good one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be better than AstraZeneca, but I got AstraZeneca.
Yeah. Well,
You're lucky to have Pfizer.
well, here in Mexico, we have all of the vaccines: AstraZeneca, CanSino, Sputnik, the Russian, the Chinese, for each country, and now they're open to another one, the Johnson and Johnson, and they start doing pretty good job, I have to say, because they at this time they open to people from 40 to 49 to start looking for a date. And they already do 60 to 69, and they are doing 50 for 59, and all the people from education to start the classes in the school. And well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
well,
that's a phase.
there's a lot of people now, and everyone welcome. We are going to start in a few minutes to
Yeah,
wait
we should start. Yeah,
There's
it's 6:00.
exactly. It's time, but there are a lot of people coming, and it's really good.
They entered?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're
57.
63 right now, and a lot to enter and admit it.
Welcome. Then welcome. Can you put some music in the background for them when they come?
Well, if you have, or Paola, because I'm not a music guy, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sing us a Mexican song. Come on.
I'm not sure about it. I'm a terrible singer. Where's Carlos? I lost Carlos.
I think he fell asleep after so many sleepless nights.
Yeah.
We are.
I receive every message, and I'll say, oh, somebody is working when I sleep.
Oh, I hope that you have notifications disabled, so I don't wake you up. Sometimes.
Well, for this for Corporate Games Mexico is the most crowded Zoom we already have at this moment. 83 for sure.
It could be 150.
Yeah.
Let's make bets.
What about 163?
It's good. It's good. It's better. Carlston, how many you think? I'm 150 and Juan 166. How many you are? What's your guess?
I'm optimistic. What? 180.
Wow. Wow. You are the greatest. Okay, let's see.
$181. Counting.
That's a cheat, because you say one person more than Carsten, and if there's more, you win. No.
Yes. Carsten is over 180.
Well, we are 3 more and get more than 100.
Good.
2 more, 3 more, 2 more. Okay. What about 2 minutes more, and we can start, Radu, Carsten, if you maybe it's just 5 minutes from, but well, we can share with everyone the information, and we can get back if someone get a little bit later. Well,
do we start with the video? Or?
We can start 10:05, 2 minutes more, 1 minute, 2 minutes more. We can start and then see if there's more people.
See, Juan, Karsten was right. This is very much like the Olympic Games. I bet you they have transcontinental meetings like us, so it's no big difference. We are getting there. It's more or less the same. Just check how many participants there are in the Olympic Games, and you'll be amazed.
It's 10,000 people?
Less
Less?
Less than that. Participants, which is
I think it's at least, right?
just athletes.
Yeah.
Just participants.
And for these games, it's going to be 50-50 men and women. For
First time ever, yes.
First time ever, and I think it's good. Well, we have 1:03, and there's only 1 minute to go.
Excellent, good. It's a good attendance for a super center, as we all know.
Yeah.
So there is a link so people can go on YouTube and have a look.
Also, we have only one spectator on YouTube, but well, they already have the link on the flyer. Well, that's time. First of all, welcome to all to this.
There is a link so people. Sorry.
No, don't worry. Well, welcome to all. It's very grateful to have you here and to be in this Super Center meeting by Zoom. It's the first time in the history of corporate games to do this kind of event and this challenge, corporate games challenge. As you may know, let me introduce myself. I'm Juan Manuel Rotter. I'm the director of Corporate Games Mexico. And I want to introduce the organizing committee and the people who are running this event with me. First is Radu Radulescu. He's the head of Romania Corporate Games. Radu, welcome.
Thank you very much. And looking great. Thank you, Juan, for this initiative, which was just an idea a year ago during the pandemic, when we all were very depressed. And then they said, let's start talking amongst us, just to find that somebody else is doing worse than us. That makes us feel better, as you know. And Here we are, 120 participants just at the Super Center, which is fantastic. And let me introduce my team from Romania. We have here with us Corporate Games main partner, managing partner, Kalin. Welcome. And of course, our logistic and event manager, Alina. Welcome. And last but not least, or my teams that we're going to speak later. Thank you very much for all to share this event with us and to trust us that we can deliver a quality thing. And I think it's the start of a new era. I'm sure in a couple of years, we'll look back and think of this historic meeting when 3 countries just joined the efforts together and started the first corporate event worldwide online, which is great. Thank you.
Thank you, Radu. And then here's with us also Karsten Silke. He's the head of the German Corporate Games, German and Belgium, right? Both countries. And please welcome and please say a few words, Karsten.
Yeah, thank you, Juan. Yeah, thank you for organizing this. And I'm very happy that different nations can start in the virtual games. It's the first time this is happening, but we show that this crisis brings us even closer together. Beforehand, the corporate games were organized only locally. And this is the first time we have an international event, and so you can compete against each other and feeling a little bit in the pre-Olympic mood. So I think that's a great experience. In my team, it's Johan Kremer, who's taking charge basically of the organization. Welcome, Johan. And yeah, all happy to see you with us and let's get started.
Great. And then
Oh
let
yeah,
me.
I forgot.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot. We organized the German Belgian corporate games. If everything goes well, between the 22nd and 24th of October this year. So if you perform well, perhaps you might be inclined to come to the very nice area at the German Belgian border.
Great. We all want to have the games there at this date, and for sure we share with everyone. And let me introduce my team. I hope you can see it, but there's Paola Villalobos, Carla Carrillo, and also Claudia Maya. And all of them has a lot of experience doing corporate games, a lot of presence events, but well, now this is our first time doing this online games. And well, also I want to present Carlos Ayala. He's the director of the Rocket Journey, that the app that we are running this challenge. Also, Carlos, we met Carlos a year ago, or a little bit, and we talked about it. And now we're working together on this project, and it's really interesting, and we are very optimistic. Carlos, welcome.
Thank you, Juan. Welcome all.
Well, the first thing we have to share, we want to share with you is all the information around the app. Maybe you already do all the steps, but maybe some of you doesn't know how to do it, and for that reason, we want to share all the information and present some of the information. And Carlos, he's gonna do it. And please, if you want, at the beginning, if you have any question, please send it by the chat, and our team is going to try to answer. And if the question helps to everyone, we have a space in this meeting in the final phase, and we can try to answer to everyone. Let's start with the presentation, and please, Carlos, give this information to all.
Thank you, Juan. Okay, so there have been a few questions that I've been responding when you send the message through the app. So just remember that even if you have questions after the Supercenter webinar, you can ask any questions through the app. It is very easy to ask a question. You just have to, let me show you. You open the app, you press the settings button over here, and then you can write your question here. And I will be responding between no more than 24 hours. Sometimes because of the time zones, it might take a little bit longer, but I will respond every question that you have to your email, the one that you registered. So don't worry if your question doesn't get answered today. So I think that, Carla, I don't know if you can go through the slides a little bit to show the parts of the application. Next,
well, this is so just to get back a little bit. This is just basic information. We start the challenge next Monday. I hope every one of you are ready to, with your team and on the app, and ready to start doing exercise. And the official start is next Monday, May 31st. And the end of the challenge, there's 5 weeks, then it's going to be on Sunday, July 4th. And the results you can also see on Monday. You can Carlos is going to tell you, but you also can see on the app the leaderboard on the finals. Every week we are going to update the results for each week. Okay, this is just a general information. It's 5 weeks, and there's 4 countries, not just 3, and we are very happy to have all of you. Okay.
Okay, so first of all, I hope that everyone already signed up to the application and to the private space of the challenge. Here are the instructions. You have it in the manual that you probably received. If you haven't requested access to the private space, please do, because it helps us a lot to create the teams. So it's very easy. You just have, again, to tap the settings button, and then you press the join a private space button, and then you enter the code, which is CG challenge. And then you're gonna respond like a 2 or 3 questions, a form of personal information, and then you request access, and you will be given access shortly, and you will be able to see the private space of the challenge. So afterwards, most of the teams have been created. Some of them you created them yourselves, and the other ones we received a list from your company leader, and we have been creating those teams. Some are incomplete because maybe one of the members hasn't signed up to the app or hasn't joined the private space of the challenge. So please ask them to join the app and the challenge. And the goal is before Monday to have all of the teams completed. 6 members, please. Not 7, not 5. You do 5, you're in a disadvantage. If you do 7, someone has to be kicked out. And maybe create another team. You can see that with your company leader. And we're expecting around 500 participants, around 90 teams. So we still have a little bit of way to go, because right now in the private space, it says we have 430 and 76 teams. And you can see if your team is here by pressing the teams module and searching for your team. And you can see who the participants are. You can also see the team. I don't know if you have already got familiar with the application, but you see, you open the app and it's like a pager, like any phone home screen, like an iPhone or an Android. You move side by side, so it's like a pager, and you can see your personal profile. Then if you swipe right, you see the private space for the challenge. And maybe on Monday, you're going to see another private space where you're going to be able to see the companies from the division that you are part of. And then you can also see your team in another page. And in your team, you can chat. There's a little button that you can press to chat. You are going to receive notifications. So please enable notifications. You're going to see notifications when someone from your team exercises. And also that the opposite is true. If you exercise, your team is going to get notifications. So that's the idea, is to get motivated. And I don't know if you can, Claudia, move for the next slide where the point system is. Or okay, this was the team creation part. But like I said, most of the teams, we created them ourselves. So you don't have to do this. Just make sure that your company leader has all the team participants and lists. Okay, next, please. Okay, so Juan, I don't know if you want to explain a little bit about the point system and how many days of exercise would be ideal.
Yeah, the ideal for everyone is to have at least three days of activities. And for that reason, we give 3 points if you do at least three days. You can do the 7 if you want. It's better for sure, but at least you have to be you have to do exercise 3 days, and you have 3 points. If you do two days, there's 2 points personally, and then the sum with your team. And if you do only 1 day because you travel or you have some everything, you do only 1 day, and there's 1 point. And there's some examples that for if all members do exercise at least 3 days, you're gonna have 18 points this week, and then go to the next week, and there's and the other example is 3 members exercise 3 days, and the other 3 exercise 2 days, and there is the amount of pounds that you have it, and there's a difference, and we start doing these sums on the leaderboard. And also you can find on the app some suggested activities, and well, that there's plenty of, you can do running, you can do spinning, you can swimming, you can do everything you want to have a physical activity. That's the good way to do it.
Yeah, so you can do any kind of exercise activity, like Juan said, but if you don't know what to do, and I'm going to explain a little bit what counts as valid and what doesn't, because you have to do a minimum of exercise in order for it to count. But if you don't know what to do, if you don't like walking or running, or you're not going to the gym right now, and you're just going to work out at home, we're going to be publishing every week new workouts. Right now, you can see in the library of the private space, which you can access by pressing the button that shows here on the bottom right. You can see that there's a plan of routines for each of the 5 weeks, but that's just one plan. We're gonna be sharing different workout plans for men, for women, if you have equipment at home or not. We're gonna be sharing a lot of options for you to have something to do if you don't know what to do. And next slide, please. So here comes the part that there have been more questions. How do you verify that you exercise, and what do you have to do at least for it to count as a day of exercise? So let's go first with option 1. There are 2 options. Let's look at option 1, which is the automatic verification or semi-automatic verification. In order to be able to verify your exercise automatically, you have to connect to a compatible verification source or workout source. So for example, and the way you do that is like the manual says, first you have to tap the plus button on the top right, the yellow button. And then you see that there's going to be a tab that says My Connections. You press the button on below that says Add Connection. And then you're going to see that there are 3 options. You can connect a gym for you to check in. You can connect an app, a compatible app, or a compatible device. So which apps are compatible? It depends on whether you have an Android or an iPhone, but we have several like Nike, Adidas, Strava, Health, and devices. We got Fitbit, Polar, Garmin, Apple Watch. All watches with Wear OS are also compatible. So if you connect one, so you just have to select the brand of your watch. It tells you here what are the minimums that you have to do depending on what you're doing for it to count as valid as 1 day of exercise. And then on the bottom, you just have to press connect, and you have to put your credentials of your, for example, your Garmin Connect account. You put your email and password of Garmin, and that's it. You are connected. From that point forward, all of your steps, all of your workouts that you that you monitor with your Garmin are going to be synced automatically with Rocket Journey. And if Rocket Journey receives a workout that accomplishes the minimums, for example, 30 minutes of exercise or 150 calories, active calories in your workout, or 10,000 steps, because steps also count. If you accomplish the minimum, it's going to count as a day of exercise. You're going to receive a notification when it counts, and you will know when it counts as valid. And if not, in Rocket Journey, you can see your history of activities by pressing the lower tab or by swiping it, and you can see your history of all your events, and you can see which ones have been valid and which ones haven't. So that's a way for you to also consult why maybe some workout didn't count. So just make sure you read the instructions for the source that you select, the verification source. And okay, so that's for apps and for devices. You connect, you start working out with your app or your device, it syncs and it counts automatically. And what about gyms? Well, we have over 1,000 gyms here that are compatible that you can check in. If your gym is not here, you can request it with the button below. You just have to put the name of the gym and the city, and we're going to receive that request, and we are going to add the location, the latitude, the longitude, and we're going to contact you via email and tell you that it's all ready. So from that point forward, you're going to be able to check in at your gym. When you enter your gym, you're going to get a geo reminder that says, are you at your gym? And you're going to be able to check in, which you have to press a green button. So all of that is explained in the app. The app is going to explain all of this when you connect your gym. Sorry that I have been receiving a lot of gym requests in the past few days, around 50 gyms from Bucharest and from other cities in Germany, in Belgium, in Romania, in Mexico. I will add all gyms before Monday, and I will contact you so you can check in starting Monday. So don't worry if I haven't added your gym. It's going to be there, and you're going to be able to check in from Monday forward. Now, that's option one. Option two, if you don't have a wearable, if you don't have an app, if you don't go to the gym, but you're, for example, working out at home and you want to verify that you exercise, you can do the manual registry. It's the same process, except that you select the other tab. Instead of My Connection, you select Add Activity. You complete the form, and then you have to add an evidence, a photo evidence. This is very important, because if you're not adding your photo evidence, even if the app counts it for the challenge and for this competition and for the rewards and everything, it's not going to be counted. If you're doing manual registries, you have to add a photo evidence. What kind of photo evidence? It can be a selfie of you exercising like that. It can be also, if you use an app or a wearable that is not compatible yet. For example, we have been receiving a lot of requests from Samsung Health, Xiaomi Health, Huawei, and other devices that it is not possible to sync the workouts. There's no technical possibility. Also, we have receiving from apps like Runkeeper and other applications like Sports Tracker. So the way you have to do it is you have to add your workout manually in Rocket Journey, and the photo evidence can be a screenshot of your workout. So you can add the screenshot of the workout which shows the result of the minutes, the calories that you worked out, the type of activity. You add the screenshot as evidence in Rocket Journey, and that's enough. That's the evidence that we need to know that you actually monitor that workout. Hope it was clear enough. But if you still have questions, please contact me via the application or to admin@rocketjourney.com, and I can help you out.
Okay, this is all the information, and that then is the rankings and awards. As I tell you before, there was a leaderboard, and you can see your team, how your team is doing in with all the teams in the 4 countries, Belgium also. And there's going to be medals for the teams at the finish, and the first, second, and third place. There's going to be trophies, and I'm going to show you how on corporate games we divide the companies and participants in terms of the amount of subscriptions. And there's trophies for each division, and we have also the grand award that goes to the company who registered most teams. And well, that's all. We have the we want to show you also the brochure you are going to receive on today or maybe in these few days by email. We are going to send it to every team leader, and the team leader is going to send to you. And it's with all this information, and also with another information related with the test, with the challenge. ¿Lo puedes poner, Carla? Paola? Well, and then we are going to see this, and also we're going to ask questions to answer the questions that we have on the chat, and also here. Okay, first is a welcome from our side as a organizing committee. You can read it, and then you can see the divisions. This is the companies from Mexico. There is Net Logistic, IDEMIA, Grupo Oprimax, NTT Data Company, Everis, Philip Morris, and Ion Financiera. These are the 6 companies from Mexico. And these are the companies from Romania: IHS, Happy Campus Squad, JTI, Sport Award, Benchmark, and Boom Boom Tunnery. Okay. And also these are the companies, and Karsten, you can say, because we have the logos and not the names for 2 of the companies. Please, you can say which companies you have.
Yeah, we have Morgen & Morgen, Société Générale Security Services, Dornheim Rechtsanwälte und Steuerberater. We have Bund der Versicherten, and my own company, Zielke Research Consult, for Germany. So the next one should be Belgium.
Yeah, we have one for Belgium.
Yeah. Well, EFRAG is actually a European organization working with the European Commission, but they registered under the Belgium flag. Welcome to all of them.
Welcome. And let me show you how all these companies are divided. If you, as a company, subscribe 1 to 5 teams, you are going to compete on Division 1, and there's all these companies competing together. And on Division 2, there's only 2 teams now. And we have also Division 3 and Division 4. On this challenge, we trying to get some companies and to test the challenge. But well, we are very happy to have all these companies together and on these 4 countries. And if you win your division, you're going to receive an award as a company. That's the main point on divide the companies in to be to have a better competition, not just the big company who has more teams is gonna win. You can win if you have 3, 4, or 5 teams in Division 1. Also, if you have 8 or 9 teams in Division 2. Okay. These are JTI is the biggest one. Congratulations, you already have an award, but you have to compete, and that's from Romania. And you can see Radu is getting an applause. Okay, well that's the company divisions. Okay, and also you for everyone to have the dates. Well, this is the start date is Monday. Okay. And that's general information. That's for you only, and the information that we already give you on this presentation. But we already have more information on this. Okay. The medals, trophies. Okay. And also the point system, but well, that's the tiebreakers. If there's a tie, the tiebreaker shall be decided by the number of weeks with 3 or more activities, more physical activity days. You know, and if there is a tie in the first option, the second one is going to be the tiebreaker considered the maximum of days of 2 days of activity. And if there's a remain tie, the tiebreaker will consider the number of extra days. There's 2 companies tied on the point system at the final stage. There's the 3 options that we want to do a tiebreaker. If you have any question, but you can also add it on the chat or talk about it. Okay. And well, we hope that also as Radu and Karsten invite you to the corporate games events, we also invite you to our next event. We hope to do it on the first trimester on 2022 because of the pandemic. But well, we don't have the date now, but we are trying to do it, and also the invitation from Romania. With a special offer, Radu.
Yes, absolutely. But besides our games, which are traditional, and a lot of people do know about these events, which are fantastic, we invite really everybody to join the Belgium-German, the Euregio Corporate Games, which will be the first time this year. And maybe, Karsten, you can just say a few words about the sports and fantastic venues that you found there. I'm sure people will be glad to hear, and maybe they'll start registering.
Okay, we want to show you to show to every one of you a video to see how is the corporate games experience, and let us show this video and then go to the final answer and question and answers.
Yes, after this video, we are going to answer all the questions. So if you have a question, just put it on the chat, please. And we miss you guys. So now time for question and answers. So first of all, well, I think that almost all the questions are for Carlos, but everyone involved could answer. It says that what happened if a team is tied, and well, you can find that answer on the souvenir program or the brochure that we already shared. I don't know, Claudia, can you share it again, please, just to be sure that it's there and you can read it. Everyone is going to get this brochure or this souvenir program, so everyone can check what is going to happen if there is a tie between some teams. So
Sorry, the brochure again, right?
yes, please, only that part. Well, we can see everything, only that part, and just to let you know where you can check this.
Okay, hold on, please.
And okay, what is going to happen if there is a tie? There are three criteria for be a tiebreaker. The first one is it's going to be decided by the number of weeks with 3 or more activation days. Remember that to be a full week, we need to have at least 3 days of activity. And yesterday we were doing some exercise about the different combinations that just one challenger can give to their team. I'm sorry, I got distracted with that sound. And there are more than 56 per person different combinations. So you can give from 0 points to 19 to your team each week. So can you imagine how many combinations can we have? So we need a tiebreaker. So this is the first criteria. The second one is about the number of the weeks completed, and if some people or some teams are not going to have always the 3 days that the 6 members are going to exercise 3 days. Some of them are going to exercise 2. So we are going to consider that. And the third one, or the only one, depends of the case, if there are a perfect teams that have 5 weeks with 3 days each member. So we are going to consider the extra days that you register. Even when a week is going to be considered of 3 days, if you register 4 or more days in your workout, we are going to consider that as well. But just we have to say that it's not about more days, is to create a habit. So I hope that I replied that question. So if not, please let us know. And thank you, Claudia. And then says, okay, this is more for
Sí, ese sí funciona, pero el de la
okay. It says that we are gonna have some translation in Spanish or Romanian or German or whatever language do you talk. I mean, you can talk with Radu, with Carsten, or with some of us of the Mexican team, and we are more than happy to help you to answer all your questions in your own language. Okay, says, are there any chances to be able to connect with a Huawei watch during this challenge, Carlos?
No, like I said, Huawei, Samsung, Xiaomi, and all of the there are tens or hundreds of brands of wearables and apps that are not compatible because it's not technically possible. So it is not possible to construct the bridge to sync the activities. But you can still use that app and that wearable. You just have to do the manual registry, and as evidence, instead of doing a selfie, you can just upload the screenshot of the result of your workout from Huawei.
Okay, thank you. We already talked about the criteria, and it says, okay, we are going to check this problem particularly. It's about a duplicated team. Okay, we already talked about someone who plays tennis. How can he or she can register the activity, even if you go to play football or tennis, or as I do home workout, as Carlos says, it's the same for those who use a wearable, right? Different that it's not linked to the app.
Yeah. If you don't have a wearable to track the workout, whatever the workout is, you can add the workout manually, whatever the workout is. But if you do it manually, you have to add the evidence, which if you're playing tennis, the evidence can be like a selfie with your racket. That would be more than enough evidence to show that you actually did the activity.
Okay, I found this question quite interesting, and it's about what is the minimum of exercise requested to be counted?
Well, it depends on what you're doing. So for example, if you are walking, if you are going to be walking, if it's going to be, for example, steps during the day, it's minimum 10,000. And you can verify steps using your phone, whether you have an iPhone or an Android. Just make sure to connect, if you have an iPhone, connect to the Apple Health application. In Rocket Journey, select Health. And that's going to be counting your steps that your phone tracks. Automatically it's going to sync. If you have an Android, is with Google Fit. Google Fit is going to track your steps during the whole day with your phone, with the sensors on your phone, and that's going to sync automatically with Rocket Journey. So if you hit 10,000 steps at least during the day, that's going to count as a day of exercise. So that's for steps. But if you're going to a gym, the way you verify activities is you can just, you have different methods depending on the tools that you have, whether you have a wearable or not. But if you do not have a wearable and you go to the gym, you can just check in. If you do the check-in, you're verifying that you are at the location, and the app is going to show you, like, it's going to be like a successful workout activity is going to count, you're going to see that. And for the rest of the types, so you have steps, 10,000, gyms, check-in. And for the rest, which are workouts, whether you have a wearable or an application or not, the minimum is 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes of workout, or 150 active calories. Because maybe you're doing a super intense HIIT workout that is less than 30 minutes, but your watch tracked more than 150 calories. So that will count too, at least as you hit those minimums. And these instructions are in the app when you choose the source or the way that you're going to verify. It's all detailed in the application. There's also information in the manual about the two options that you have. So just remember those: 10,000 steps, check-in, or 30 minutes, or 150 active calories.
Okay, great. And this is linked to the second one. Do we have to register, like go to the app every day, or if we link it, it's gonna be totally done without we need to do anything, or we need to go into the app all the time?
Depends. Again, it depends on what of the two options you are using, whether you're doing the automatic verification with an app or a wearable, or if you're doing a manual registry. If you're going to be doing manual registries, obviously you have to go to the app, and every time you exercise at the end, you have to register the workout, add the evidence. So don't forget to add the evidence while you're working out or right after you worked out, so you can show that you actually exercise. But that's just for the manual registries. If you have a wearable that's compatible, if you have an app that's compatible, if you go to the gym, then you have the other options, and that can be automatic if it syncs automatic.
Okay, and yeah, if someone has any kind of problem to join a team or whatever problem, technical problem, just contact Carlos. He already said that it's quite simple. You need to go to the app and go into ask a question, and you can contact Carlos, and he's going to fix it in, hope to, less than 24 hours, as he said, because of the time zones, but we are going to be working on that every day. And then it says that, okay, if I divide my exercise in 2 moments in a day, example, I run in the morning and in the afternoon go to the gym, does this only count as one activation a day?
Yeah, that counts as just 1 day of exercise. So when we talk about 3 days of exercise, it has to be 3 separate days, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you do several activities a day, it would just count as one. If at least one of those activities has to reach the minimum, because the app is not going to add like, oh, you burn 50 calorie workout in the morning and 100 active calorie in the night. The app is not going to add them together and count it as valid. At least one of your workouts has to have the minimum of either 30 minutes or 150 active calories.
Okay, and if I do yoga, Pilates, less than 30 minutes, they will not be counted?
No, unless you have a watch, a wearable that shows that you burned 150 active calories at least. But if not, then just try to work out a little bit longer, maybe stretch a little bit at the end, you know, just, and when you do the manual registry, if you're doing a manual registry, just choose at least 30 minutes, please. Duration, 30 minutes at least.
Okay, so do we need to build a team streak with 3 days a week, or it will start automatically on May 31st?
No, I understand the question. It has to do with one of the features from the team that it shows that you can start a team streak. That's not going to be the score for the challenge. For the challenge, just focus each of you to get at least 3 days of exercise to get the 3 points. And we are going to be adding those at the end of the week. And every Monday, you're going to see the updated score for all the teams, including yours. But you're going to see that in the private space of the challenge. In your team, you're not going to see that score.
Yeah, and the final question that I would like to answer, because I have kind of that experience, is how do I register an online gym class? As you register a home workout, in the option order, you can add, and that asks you at what time did you start, how long did you work out, and what did you do, and then you have to add your photo. Is that okay?
Yes.
So, okay, if someone else have a question, just add it. And also, just to remember, and I'm going to say this in Spanish, and I will appreciate if you then can say it in Romanian and German and well, I don't know if you're going to say in Dutch or in French, but it's that we are more than happy to explain everything in their own language. So, todos los que tengan dudas pueden acercarse con cualquiera de nosotros del equipo mexicano y pues estaremos resolviendo. Si prefieren que igual tengamos, bueno, vamos a hacer una pequeña sesión en español, igual la subiremos a YouTube, con mucho gusto. And then...
There's a last question. I don't know, I can hear if you already made it, but hi, I have created a team, get the members, and then ask for registration. And it was approved. The thing is that now it appeared a duplicated team with a country code on front RO. How can I delete the old one with the country code? So only you have to write on the app and ask for them, tell us the name of the team, so Carlos will help us to delete the duplicated team.
Yeah, or if one of those two teams is not registered to the private space, it's just another team that you created. Because in the app, you can create a lot of teams. You can create a team with your family, with your friends, but just one of your teams has to be linked to the private space. The rest, you can just leave the team. You press the settings button of the team in the team page, and you just tap leave team, and it's going to disappear from the app.
Okay, so Radu and Karsten, please.
Oh, Radu just left. Also für die deutschsprachigen Teilnehmer, also wenn Sie natürlich Fragen haben, aber wenn ihr Fragen habt, dann wendet euch einfach an uns, an Johann oder an mich, und wir beantworten die sehr gerne. Pour ceux qui parlent français, on est aussi prêt à vous aider. Pas de problème, posez vos questions aussi en français par mail. And all the others in English, of course, they're happy to ask also the local organizers.
We understand everything, right, Carla?
Ja. Ja, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
Okay.
Radu, now, please, can you talk to your people, please?
Sorry, yes, I disappeared. So, muchas gracias, Carlos. It has been great to work on the different time zones, and the challenge was fantastic. Herr Karsten, dankeschön. You've been a perfect partner. And for my Romanian teams, vă mulțumesc mult. Sunt mândru de voi toți. Sunt mândru de JTI, care deja a câștigat Grand Award. Și sper că vom reuși împreună să luăm cât mai multe medalii. E un concurs, e o competiție. Good luck to all of us, and let the best win, as you say, and let all of us have fun. Because at the end of the day, this is why we are here, to connect, to get healthy, but also to make friends and also to have fun. Thank you.
Also, we understand everything you say, Radu. Good.
Yes, we have a lot of Spanish movies and everything, you know,
Yeah.
telenovelas. So we learn.
Well, Well, también para todos los que están de México, y como ya lo comentó Carla, vamos a hacer un video especial para hacer un resumen con la información. Si algo quedó ahí pendiente, al ser un evento internacional, mantenemos como lengua oficial el inglés, pero sí es importante que todos puedan tener la información completa y que lo entiendan muy bien. Entonces vamos a generar un video corto con la explicación, pero estamos también a la orden de que cualquier duda vía sus líderes o directamente con el equipo podamos resolverla. Bienvenidos de nuevo, muchas gracias por estar con nosotros y por la confianza. Que sea el primero de muchos y que podamos crecer juntos en este nuevo proyecto y por supuesto invitarlos a que cuando podamos hacer eventos presenciales también participen con nosotros. Thank you all for being here and well, that's all the information we want to share, and that's it.
Perfect timing.
Thank you very much for being here. And if you have any questions or anything, we are going on this week by week to working on the challenge, and everything is going to be good. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you, Radu. Thank you, Carson.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
So, dear Juan and Karsten, and dear Carlos, you are way out of the actual number of participants I want.
Yeah, well, I saw the biggest number I saw was 133.
Yes, correct. 133 at 20 past 6, 127 at half past 6, and 101 at 7 o'clock.
Okay, wow, that's
so it was good. Good
yeah,
attempt.
I invite the beers when we are together.
Yes. No, it was very good, and I think clear. And now we just need to send everybody the souvenir program. Yeah, so they have it, so they can read it and understand. And how do you suggest we do? Do we have a Monday morning or Monday meeting to look at the results together and discuss, or?
I don't know. What do you think, Carlos? We can do just a meeting on next week to see how the app is doing and how everyone start the test, and then we can go on a, I don't know, Monday, because I think Monday is going to be a busiest day for Carlos to manage the points for everyone. But maybe we can do a meeting every Tuesday morning to see how the test is, how the challenge is doing. What do you think? Next week we can do it on Thursday or Friday to see how start everything, and the next weeks from the challenge we can have a meeting every Tuesday morning.
Carlos, when do you think the results will be published?
Publish what?
The results every week. It will publish what time?
I will say at the latest will be Monday midday Mexico